everybody, welcome to Skeeter's Ridge. Today we are going to be starting some potatoes. I've got two different kinds of potatoes here. I have russet potatoes, just good for baked potatoes, mashed potatoes, french fries, whatever. We love potatoes at our house, so we're going to be doing the russet. We're also going to be doing the red Norland. Both of these are 5-pound bags of seed potatoes, and so I'm going to show you how I'm going to plant them. I found these buckets, these tubs at one of the local box stores. I got them for $4.98 each. So I got 6 buckets here. I think I'm only going to do 2 buckets of each to see how they do before I fully commit to doing all of them this way. I've got some gardening soil, and I have some composted manure that we will be using to start these potatoes. These buckets, they're not gardening buckets. I didn't find them in the garden center. So it's very important that potatoes have some drainage. So we're going to have to drill some holes down in the bottom of these buckets so that they can have proper drainage. So I got Jeremy's drill. Don't tell him. And what you want to do, I'm going to start, I'm just going to willy-nilly drill some holes. And it's not that hard. Alright. So now we have holes. So I'm going to do that to all 4. Buckets drilled. They all have their holes now. So what we're going to do is so with these potato seeds, what we're going to do, so as you can see, they already have little tubers coming out of them. So what we're going to do is I'm going to put about 6 inches of soil in the bottom of each one of these buckets. And then I'm just gonna set the potato seedling down in just on top of the dirt, but I want to make sure that these are facing up. And then I'm going to cover them with about 3 to 4 more inches of soil. And then once these start to sprout and the plant grows up, we're going to come back and we're going to cover all of that again and let it grow out of the dirt again. And what that's doing is it's just it's starting to grow more roots, and which means it's going to grow more potatoes. So I'm going to put about, I don't know, I would say about three to four in each bucket, because once it starts growing, it's going to need room inside to start sprouting all of its little potatoettes. So let's go ahead and do that. All right. And I'm not going to be all scientific with the ratio of soil and composted manure. Oh, so that looks really good. That's some good soil. All right. Pour a little in each one, and I'll show you in just a minute. And we have our composted manure. I'm not going to put a ton of this. I'm just going to sprinkle some on top and then mix it in. And yes, I will be sticking my hands in the composted manure. You don't want to be gardeners. You have to get your hands dirty. All right. That looks good. Okay. I'm going to show you real quick. Alright, so that's about how much. So about to this first line. See the line there, that bottom line there to the right? That's about where the soil is going to stop. So I'm just going to mix it in real good. Make sure that we get all that compost mixed in there really good. Okay. It's hard trying to do this by yourself. All right. So I'm just gonna mix it all up really good. I'm gonna put a little bit of water in here because it feels a little dry. All right, I'm gonna get some water. All right, so just a little bit of water, just to get it good and wet and damp. Okay. So I got all the dirt and the compost mixed up real well. Dampen the soil a little bit. And so now we are ready to put in our sweet potatoes. Here, you gotta come up here to see this. All right. So what I'm gonna do is, so you got little eyes everywhere that are sprouting. So I'm just going to take and, can you see that? Okay. Just place it down in the soil. Kind of like that. And I'm not burying it in this soil. I'm going to cover it with some more. So just take, let's see. So there's another good one. See, it's got some good eyes already sprouting on it. So I'm just going to take it and just kind of set it there. And I'll do one more. Let's see. So that's not a smaller one. Here we go. Oh yeah, that's a good one. Look at that one. That's a nice one. So I will put it with these sticking up. Just like that. So see, I got 3 down in there. Okay. So I'm going to do the same thing over here. So look, that's going to be a good one. So I will put this side down in the dirt. Spread that out a little bit. So I'm just going to set it right there, down in the dirt. Okay. Yeah, that's a good one. So it's already got a good sprout on it. And I'll put that side down in the dirt. And I'm just going to set it there. Just like that. And we'll do one more. Let's see. Here's a good one. So we'll go ahead and put this one in. You see it's got little sprouts on it. So I'm going to put this end down in the dirt. And I'm just going to set it there. Like I said, we're not burying them in this dirt. We're going to cover them with another layer once we get them in. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and do the russets in these 2 buckets, and then I'll show you the next step. So as you can see here, I got 3 russet potatoes. in each bucket. Now, if you'll notice on these, the eyes on these are not as grown out as the red potatoes, and that's okay, because once they get in the dirt and they get covered up and get all nestled down in there, they'll start sprouting pretty quickly. On these particular bags that I got, it gives you, it has directions on the back. It has some really helpful information on where to plant, how to grow, when to harvest, all that kind of stuff. So, I mean, really, you can't mess it up. So, it's pretty easy. So, now what we're going to do is I'm going to cover these with about 3 to 4 inches of more soil and a little sprinkle of the compost also. Oh, and another thing, you know how I am, don't forget to label your containers with the potatoes, with what kind of potatoes you planted. So let me go ahead and get those covered up, and I'll come right back. Okay, so as you can see, I got them all covered, and I'm still, this is the second line from the bottom of the bucket, so you can see that it is still very much empty, but I do have all of the potatoes covered. They're all covered, and so I'm going to give them a little more water, and then as they grow, we'll start to watch as they grow. Potatoes, they like sun, so we'll leave them in the sun. This is not the best. I don't really like this watering can, but whatever. Okay. So we'll let them stay out in the sun. They do like the sun. Give that one a little more. And give that one a little more. I hate this stupid thing. Make sure you get a good watering can. Alright. So they're covered, and we'll just watch for them to start growing. And then once the plants start growing up, when the plants get to be about 8 to 10 inches tall, like I said, we will come in and cover them completely again with soil, and let them start growing again. And hopefully, when it's all done and the plants die off, we'll have a bucket full of potatoes. Oh, I was going to show y'all this too. I forgot. Let's come in the greenhouse for a minute. So here are the peppers and the tomatoes that we planted just a couple of weeks ago. So it's the, today is February 23rd-ish. It's the last week of February. Here in Alabama, or here in my section of Alabama, our last frost date is the last week of March. So we have about 4 weeks until the last frost date. So if you can see, let me see if I can find a good one. Oh, here we go. So if you look right here, some of these plants are starting to get their first set of true leaves. So these little leaves here,
those are their first leaves, but these are not their true leaves. So once the plants start growing and maturing, these leaves will die off, and that's what they're supposed to do. These little tiny ones, can you see it there? The little bitty tiny ones, that is their what's called their first set of true leaves, and they'll keep these. So because these are starting to get their first set of true leaves, it'll be time to transplant soon. Now, as you can see, this one here has 2 plants in it. Let me pull this one out here real quick so you can see. I'm going to try to pull to separate these and replant one of them, or replant one of them in a different pot. So yeah, isn't that exciting, y'all? Just 2 weeks ago, these were just seeds down in the dirt, and now they're getting their first set of true leaves. Oh, our babies are growing up so fast. This here, that's my loofah. I only had one come up. I'm kind of sad about that, but I'm going to keep going and see what happens to them. The peppers are doing fantastic. My Apocalypse Scorpions here, I got one tiny little thing coming up, and that just came up today. But I've got Carolina Reapers here. You can see they came up pretty good. These are the Death Spirals here. Jalapenos here. Cayennes. The cayennes actually were the first ones to come up. Or, no, I'm sorry. The pepperoncinis were. Then the cayenne. These are all the ghost peppers here. These are the Italian pepperoncinis. Greek pepperoncinis. These are a Merlot purple bell pepper. Can you see that? Okay. My Cubanelles, wah wah. I'm going to replant them. I got more seeds. Banana peppers here. They are coming up really nicely. These 3 here were my Black Hungarians. Wah wah again. These are California Wonder bell peppers here. These last 3 over here. They're doing great. So the only thing that I'm having trouble with is my Cubanelles and the Black Hungarians, which I kind of thought that they were going to give me a little bit of issues. So I'm not going to dig those up, but I'm just going to replant some more seeds and see what happens. And then my Apocalypse Scorpion, like I said, this one came up today. So I'm hopeful that the rest will follow suit. So anyway, we'll see what happens.
Well, I hope that y'all enjoyed the video on starting potatoes. I will keep you updated and show you more video once the potatoes have started to sprout. And I'll also show you whenever I get ready to start transplanting the peppers and the tomatoes. I'll also make a video on that. So I hope you enjoyed it. Make sure that you subscribe to our channel, and we'll see you again soon.